Okay, so this is my final vlog for 2015, and I don't even, like, I know actually what I'm going to talk about. There's an actual subject on today. So, 2015, a lot of things happened, and I'm not covering everything that happened. I'm just going to cover the one thing that affected me and a lot of other people in the gaming community. The demise, basically, of Konami. And I know what you're going to say. Why are you talking about Konami and you wearing a Star shirt? Because I can, basically. But let's cover the Konami thing. Because the Konami thing basically started back in April. It was a lot of weirdness going on in April of this year, where basically they had came out with this thing for Silent Hill, and they were like, Kojima is going to be directing it, and some dude is going to be directing it. I forget, Del Toro something, Guillermo Del Toro or something like that. He was supposed to be directing it. The dude from The Walking Dead was supposed to be like the main guy that was going to be the main guy that was in Silent Hill. And they came out with this long, like, I don't know, playable trailer demo thing, which at first I watched it, it kind of didn't scare me, but the more I watched it, it started creeping me out. But it was, yeah, it was like that whole thing, and everybody was all happy and everybody was all excited for it. And like by April, I don't remember when that came out. I think that came out like the tail end of 2014, but and all that news about it came out the tail end of 2014. But by April of this year, it was done. They were like, we're canning it. And out of nowhere. It legitimately came out of nowhere. I was just looking at that back stuff in my Facebook, because that was literally all the information I was getting that was from. It was in Facebook, and it was like out of nowhere. They were like, we're canning Silent Hills. We're not doing it. Okay, so on the heels of that going down, they delisted themselves from the New York Stock Exchange. And at that point, I was kind of thinking, what is going on? What the hell is going on over at Konami? What are they doing? And it was weird. It was unexplained. It was just, we're delisting ourselves from the New York Stock Exchange. We're done. And it was just kind of like, okay. And I think kind of in the back of my mind, I was like, well, maybe they're going to wrap it up. But like, why would they? They have like a lot of like games out there that I don't even know. And then Metal Gear was still getting worked on. And I used to love Metal Gear, which we covered earlier this year, but I don't love it no more. But yeah, and they were still working on MGS5. So that was just like, okay. Then like sometime later that month, it was coming out that Kojima was having problems with Konami all of a sudden. And these were two people, like Kojima and Konami for a long ass time had a really good relationship with one another. And like, I think at one point, I think I remember reading that he was like the VP of Konami at one point. Kojima was. I don't remember, and I don't remember where I got that information, so I could be wrong. But I do believe that at one point he was vice president of Konami, and like they loved him, he loved them, everybody was in love and in heat and doing whatever they did. But that just fell apart shortly after the Silent Hills thing and the thing about them coming off the stock exchange. I mean, this was like boom, 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 one on top of another that came out in April. All of this went down in April. So it was like something weird is going on over at Konami. I don't know what's going on that's weird, but they just getting all weird. I don't know what's going on. Went to Japan in the summer, came back, and this is really when everybody started losing their damn minds. Basically, I came back to people screaming, did you see the pachinko machines in Japan? They have all these pachinko machines, and they're doing Castlevania and pachinko machines, and why are they doing this? Okay. Look, I know for Americans, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around a beloved video game company making pachinko machines for beloved video game series. Pellegrino. Not that I'm sponsored by Pellegrino, but if Pellegrino wants to send me some free stuff, I'll drink their stuff all day. But not that everybody had lost their damn minds about this. Everybody lost their shit, and I came back and I was pretty much like, oh, okay. And the only reason why I wasn't upset, incensed, pissed off, ready to stab was because, again, I just came back from Japan and Konami wasn't the only one doing it, that pachinko nonsense. Capcom was doing it too. And I saw pachinko machine advertisements for Resident Evil 6. And at the time, when I was there, I was like, what are you doing with Resident Evil 6? Biohazard 6. And it was like a sign out in front of a pachinko parlor, because you throw a stick in Japan and you're going to hit a pachinko parlor. When we were there like 3 weeks ago, we were around like 4 of the joints. So they're everywhere. But they were advertising for Resident Evil 6 pachinko machines. So Konami wasn't the only ones doing it. I wasn't. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. I couldn't understand why everybody was losing their damn minds, because I had just seen Resident Evil 6 once. So, I don't know, it was weird. So, basically, and the other thing was, also, when I was in Japan, the one thing I did see, Konami also, and nobody knows this unless you actually go to Japan, on the train when we went in the summertime, and even on the train when I saw it this time, there's something called Konami Sports Club. And I looked it up when I got back, because I kept seeing them everywhere. I was like, the hell is Konami Sports Club? Is it like a big, like, do they have like sports games? No, it's a gym. Konami has a gym, a series of gyms in Japan. They have a gym, and it's called Konami Sports Club. And I do remember years ago on their Japanese website, they do make exercise equipment. Konami makes exercise equipment. So that was also fronting their stuff. So time meandered on. The relationship between Konami and Kojima just went into the dumpster, and he pretty much got fired from Konami real ugly. I have no personal opinions on this, but it was bad. And what else happened? Finally, Konami collapsed. They were just like, we're not doing video games anymore. And you want to talk about people losing their damn mind? Everybody went nuts. Probably with the exception of me. I was like, look, everybody had all this for how could you quit? Why are you not doing games no more? Like, I saw an endless parade of YouTube videos like, we can't believe they still, why are they doing this? And my take on it was like this, look. And I know one of the main sticking points was why everybody lost their damn mind was they didn't like the fact that Konami was going to be doing phone games. Now, here is the long and the short of all of this. Phone games in Japan are a major damn deal. Like, a major deal. And it's not like stuff like you get here, like Angry Birds or whatever little rinky-dink Flappy Bird or whatever damn bird games they have. It's actually really, really like full. They're like RPG full damn games. I would like to get one, but every time I go to Japan, they're like, oh, it's not available in your country. I'm like, bitch, I'm on the Docomo network. No, you're not. You're just visiting. You get no games, so go away. So, and again, not the only company to pull this, mind you. Square Enix has a library of amazing looking RPG games. And I'm not a big RPG person, personally, but they have a library of phone RPG games that look crazy good. Crazy good. Stuff that doesn't come out on a console, doesn't come out on PC. It's only available on your phone. And it is a huge market in Japan. Huge. And I could kind of see that. I mean, consoles, I love console games. I grew up playing console games. I prefer console games over PC or any other medium. But they're a lot of money. They take up a lot of space. And unless you have the room to be dealing with that nonsense, it's not going to work. So, and I can see it being like a phone game. You just, with your phone, you already got a phone. You already got the damn phone. You just going to play on your phone. So, again, Konami was not the only group of people doing this. They just had the good sense to be like, look, we're not making money off our console system games like that, and we want to keep our heads afloat. we got to do what we got to do that's best for us. So they rightfully called it quits. And quite frankly, after hearing about the shenaniganry that went on with MGS5, because I never watched it, but I did find out what their plot was, and I was just like, y'all have got to be kidding me. And I know the whole thing, oh, it had 2 endings, and you have to buy some, like, side thing to get the good ending or whatever the hell. And I don't even want to hear that. I'd rather a company just be like, to hell with this. We're not going to do anything anymore. We're going to focus on what we know we can make money off of and keep it moving. I mean, yeah, it sucks for the gamer, but honestly, you have to sit back and ask yourself, what would you rather do? Would you sit there and rather have them sit there and continue to make really subpar, shitty games? Or would you rather them just wrap it up and just be wrapped up and everything is just done and over with? I personally would rather them wrap it up and not come out with the shitty subpar games and sit there and play something that you are expecting to be like the God's gift to your console than to play, and then you play it and you like, what the hell is this nonsense? I would just rather you just wrap it up. It's far easier to wrap it the hell up and keep it moving and do something else than to come out with some shenaniganry and everybody be pissed off with it. So, I mean, yeah, so we have to, I'm not going to pour it because I'm in a hotel and I don't want to be messing up these stuff. We'll pour like some Pellegrino to Konami because it's sad that they died, but hey, I can't blame them. You got a gym, you doing other stuff to keep your profit margin together. And, you know, the gamer girl in me is sad, but the business major in me is like, well, good for them. So, let's just hope it'll be a good gaming year next year. I still don't have anything to fawn over. At least I had, like, this year I had the DLCs to the Evil Within to fawn over. I ain't got nothing next year, so it's going to be a sad year for me. So, I'll see y'all next year. Later.